Hello everyone, I am Dr. Jyoti Mandala. Welcome you all to the video lecture series on the course Unity 3D. So we are learning about C Sharp with Unity. In our last lecture, we learned about data types, and before that lecture, we understood about how. So whenever you are creating a variable, make sure like you are specifying the data type so that accordingly the data can be stored in the variable. In today's lecture, from today onwards, we will be learning about operators that are supported in C Sharp. So what is the use of these operators? Generally, whenever we are storing the values in a variable, and if you want to perform some operations on those values of the variables, then that can be specified by using operators. So if you want to have some actions on the operands, then that can be done by the operators. So in C Sharp, there are 6 types of built-in operators are there. So they are arithmetic operators, comparison operators, which are also called as relational operators, Boolean logical operators, bitwise and shift operators, and some other assignment operator, and we will be having some other operators which are named as miscellaneous operators, which include ternary operator. In this lecture, we will be understanding in detail about the arithmetic operator. So I hope like you already learned different types of arithmetic operators supported by other programming languages in C and Java. Same goes here also. So in C sharp, arithmetic operators are used to perform some operations on numeric values. It is not like you can perform operations on numeric values only. You can perform the arithmetic operations on character values like strings. Why? Because you can character values are having the ASCII values. Those ASCII values will be taken and it will perform the arithmetic operation. Right? Okay. Now, these are all the operators that are supported in our C sharp: plus, minus, star, slash, modulus, postfix and prefix, which are called as increment and decrement of postfix, increment, prefix increment, postfix decrement, and prefix decrement. All these operators you are all familiar, you have already used in other programming languages, but let's see with an example in our editor. So let us open our editor. So you all are aware of how to create a script program. And as of now, you have already learned in your previous lectures, like we have created a button. Whenever you click on this button, an action will be performed through a function and the result will be displayed in the text field. Right? So today also we'll follow the same thing. What I'll do, I'll create one new script. So right click, create script. I'll name this one as operators. Once it is done, before writing the code, we will let connect the script to our program, because in our previous lectures, whatever are done that have been connected. So text, let us open. You see, old script has been connected. I will remove that. Okay, and now this operators I will connect to that text TMP. Now going back to the button, if you see the object is missing, so we need to go back and connect on click that text TMP, and whatever function we will write that has to be updated, we will write that function. Okay. Also, I'll just align this one as per my requirement. What I want my text to be here, and my button I will display here, so that if I click here, it will come here. And also, uh, the text color, I will change it to red. And I will change the font also to 28. And to make the text visible, I'll just scale this one horizontally and vertically. Right? Just visually to make it look good, I have done like this. Right. Now let us proceed with our thing. Double click on this operators file and it will open a basic structure of our file, of our C sharp script. So you all are aware of these things. Now what is my thing here is, you all know what is arithmetic operator. So what I'll do, I'll create one function, public void display 1. Okay, and this will be my function. Now, what I want to do, I will take two variables first, and then on those two variables, I'll try to apply all my operations. But I want to display that one in my text box. So, okay. So, for that, you need to use this class TMP RO. Right now, let us create object of the TMP. How to create the object of the TMP? All are aware of that one. Private text mesh pro GUI. I'll be creating a variable called T1. Now I want two variables to hold the values. So public, how to create the variables and all we have already learned in our previous videos. So I will take two integer variables x and y. Right? Okay, let's save for the time being and we'll open our this one. Okay, it is connecting there, but we have not connected our function to this button. So go to no function operators, display one has to be connected. Right, done. Now you see in the text, if I click, we have created two variables x and y, they are coming. So we can give a values here. Now I want to perform different types of arithmetic operations on these two. And once I click the button, that value has to be displayed here. Okay, let's do that. So what I'll do, I'll take a variable called int z equal to x plus y I will perform. Okay, now I want to display that one. How to display that one? Our variable is what? T1. So T1 dot text equal to dollar. You all know why we are writing like this. Within the double quotes, I want to display sum equal to the value is stored in. So that is what I am displaying. Right? Semicolon is required. That's it. Very simple. We have taken two variables and these two variables we have performed an arithmetic operation called plus. So it has to add those two values, store it in Z and that Z has to be displayed along with the text sum equal to. The focus of the text box. Is it or not? So add this statement. What is that? Our variable text, our object T1 should get the focus of the text box. Right? Now save this. Again, let's go back to now in that editor, let's try to run our code. Now what we are going to do, just run and scroll down. Here let us give the values 5 and 3. If you click show, did you see the value of sum equal to 8 has been displayed. Similar way, if you want to perform a subtraction operation, you can do that also. So let me make it as Z1 and the other variable let me make it as Z2 and I am going to perform a subtraction operation, right? So now how I will display? What I'll do? Difference equal to Z2. Right. Now, if you want this has to display in the next line, very simple. What you need to do? You need to put a slash. It will come to the next line. Okay, right? So save, go back to the editor and run. Now we are expecting both sum and difference to be displayed. So let me give the values of 7 and 3. Click show. Did you see sum and difference are displayed? Scenario, let's add other three operators also. So what are the other three operators? Let me write multiplication, which is done by using your multiplication operator star. And then you all are aware, like if you want to get the quotient, then you have to use the slash operator, division operator. If you want to get the remainder, then you need to use the modulus operator, right? Let's update our output thing also, how we want to display. Here, what I want to do, I want product equal to, it is stored in Z3. Next one, I want to display quotient equal to, it is stored in Z4. And then I want to display reminder equal to, it is stored in Z5. Hope nowhere errors are there. If it is there, it will be highlighted with red color. Also, it can be shown here. Here, no issues are found, right? So let us save this in our editor and let us run our program. Oh, I have written the spelling wrong of reminder. It's okay. Let's run our program and come down, scroll down. I'll give the values of 7 and 3. If you click show button, did you see some difference? Product, quotient and reminder whose spelling is wrong. Very sorry about that. Just change it to REMINDER and you have to display it is displaying the value of 1. Understood? I hope you all are clear with this. 5 types of operators. We also have 2 more operators. What are they? Increment and decrement. Suppose if I write int z6 equal to x plus plus. I'll pause here for two. You can pause the video here and expect what output you may be expecting the value of z6. X value is whatever you give that has to be incremented by 1. But what output you are expecting? Just check that. So meanwhile, I'll update x plus plus equal to, I'll display z6. Did you figure it out what output you want to get? Let's check. And run the game. Scroll down. Let's give the values x value as 7 and this value as 3. We are expecting other operators working fine. X plus plus we are trying to do and we want that to be displayed. Okay. Click on Z. Did you see what is displayed for x plus plus? The value of 7 only it is displayed, but did you see the value of x has been changed to 8? So what is this one? This is called as post increment, where the value, old value only will be connected to the variable. That means this value, whatever you have as of now, will be assigned to this one. But later the x value will be incremented. Did you see here? Earlier we have given 7. That 7 has been stored there, but x value has been incremented. But if you go with the post, pre, then what happens? Let's stop our game and run again. Run. And then we will give the values of 7 and 3 same. Did you see? The value of this z also is 8 and x also is also 8. That means first it will be incremented. First it will be incremented. Here in the output, I forgot to mention like that. Right? I'll change and I'll display once again. Run. Okay, scroll down. 7 and 3 show. This is called as pre-increment. That means increment the value first and then assign that value. Same goes with your pre-decrement and post-decrement. I will leave that as an assignment for you. Try to do that one. So these are all the different types of operators that are supported in C#. These operators are called as arithmetic operators. I hope till now whatever we have learned, you all are clear with these 7 types of operators, right? Okay. Now, before concluding, you also need to understand typecasting in C#. Typecasting is nothing but when you are trying to assign one data type value to another data type value, then that has to be converted into the operator value. What is that? Converting can be done, or typecasting can be done in two ways: implicit typecasting and explicit typecasting. In implicit typecasting is nothing but automatically it will be converted. That means the smaller values can be automatically converted to the larger values. That means if int can be stored directly into the converted to the double, but double if you want to convert into int, that has to be done manually, which is called as explicit casting. Let's see an example. Okay, so first I will change the data type of these variables, which, or else I'll leave them as it is. Int, I will change the output, this one double. Did you see these two are int, but we are storing the value in the double data type value, right? Is it showing any error? No, these two are in and we are trying to store it into the double, which is nothing but smaller value you are trying into larger value, right? Smaller value, which is int, you are trying to store it into larger values, right? So that will be done automatically. Then in that case, no error will be displayed. But if you're trying to change, let us consider this is double and this data type is also double. But if you display this as int, did you see all these are shown as errors? What is the error? Cannot implicitly convert double to int. That means it has to be converted manually, which is called as explicit, then that is called as typecasting. Now how to do that one? Just mention the data type that you want to convert it. What is the data type? Int. So you need to mention that specifically, right? So for the time being, I'll just make these lines as comment lines, and all these things I will remove because we are not displaying that. Right? Okay, so save this and let's go back to our Unity editor and let us run our code, and we have to give the values. We have to give the double values. 7.3 I am giving and 3.3 I am giving, but the output will be resulted in integer value, sum equal to 10, right? Okay, so this way of converting the one data type value into the another data type value is called as typecasting. Okay, but another thing you need to understand is operator precedence and operator associativity. Operator precedence is nothing but you are learning only arithmetic operator only here, but you may be learning other types of operators also in our future lectures. Now if two or different types of operators occur in a same expression, then which operator has to be performed first, that will be decided by the operator precedence. If you bother about only arithmetic operators, then increment decrement of postfix is having the first rank. Next comes increment decrement with the prefix operators, multiplication and multiplication like star slash modulus, and then addition and subtraction will come next. Operator associativity talks about if same, let us consider you have star and slash both are having the same rank, then which one has to be done first? Then that will be resolved by using the associativity property. You see plus and this three, if they're coming, you need to go with the left to right order. I hope you all are clear. So associativity tells the order in which the operators has to be evaluated. Precedence will tell which operation has to be performed first depending upon the rank. So I'm not going to take the example about this because in other programming languages you might have already learned. I take that as consideration. Okay, right. So with this, we come to an end of today's lecture of learning arithmetic operators. I hope you all are clear with this one. Do practice the example programs and understand how they are behaving. Let us all meet in the next lecture. Until then, thank you all of you.